Which franchise makes the most money? Wouldn't you like to know? Stay tuned for the next 10 minutes while I share with you the franchise that I believe will make you the most money. Which franchise will make you the most money? Now that's a good question. And it reminds me when I was a personal trainer. When I was a personal trainer and people would come into the gym and ask me, which exercise should I do to lose the most weight? Or which exercise will help me get in shape the fastest, right? Everybody wants the fastest, shortest route to success. And my answer was always the same. The best exercise for you is the one that you are going to do consistently. Because consistency in the gym is probably the #1 factor to success in changing your body, correct? Okay, so what is the best franchise for you? It's going to be the one that matches the skills that you have, the financial capability that you have at this point in your life, the one that you will wake up and show up for consistently. Success in life is predicated on certain principles like focus and determination and hard work and consistency. So it's not the franchise that's giving you a better opportunity per se. It's what you are bringing to the franchise that's going to be the determining factor in your success. Now, let me explain this a little bit further. There are different types of businesses that will produce different types of returns. And as I'm about to go down this path, I want to remind you that as a franchise consultant, it is never my job to give you any kind of earnings claim. My explanation is simply that, an explanation to help you understand what different opportunities can afford you in terms of potential opportunity. So let's say that you're a salesperson and you come to me and you really want to wake up every day owning a business where you can go drive that activity. These are some of the lowest investment options I have in franchising, my sales-driven opportunities. Many times these are business-to-business oriented, and they're businesses that you or I may not even know of unless we were in the process of exploring a franchise, because they're not going to be big consumer brands. They don't need to be. The people that do business with these companies know, like, and trust a salesperson, which would be you, if this is the business you said yes to. So these businesses are going to have more of what I would call unlimited earning potential. Because when the franchisor designs the territory, and you go out and you interview the top performing franchisees in that system today, I'm going to make up numbers here, but let's say that they're awarding you a territory of 10,000 businesses. And you go out and you interview the top performing franchisee in the system who tells you he or she is regularly working with, say, 200 customers. So the #1 person in the system is working with 200 customers, and you have the potential to market to 10,000. And by the way, that 10,000 is a dynamic number, right? Because some of those businesses will go out of business, new businesses will come into business. So this business is going to have more of what I would call unlimited earning potential. There will be no limit to how big you can grow your business in that territory. The limit will be set by you. Your skill sets, your focus, how many hours you want to put into the business, right? How determined you are, the size of your goals. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you are a real estate agent with a Keller Williams franchise. Well, you may know a real estate agent that sells 10 homes a year. I may know a real estate agent that consistently sells 10 homes a month. Well, what's the difference? The owner. Do you understand? So that business, while I will admit, is not super popular to a lot of candidates because they feel like if I'm buying a franchise, I want more than just a sales opportunity. But on the flip side, if you're that candidate who can embrace the idea of full control of your time and your schedule and how big of a business you want to build, in my opinion, you literally have more of what I would call unlimited earning potential. Another option in franchising with a different kind of financial potential would be what I call a marketing and sales type of a business. So this type of business is one where the franchisor provides a marketing plan. Now, sometimes franchisors will not only provide the marketing plan, they will take your marketing dollars, spend those dollars for you. Sometimes franchisors even have a national call center. So not only are they going to take your money and spend it for you on marketing, but then they're going to answer your phone. This is an amazing amount of support, right? It allows you not to have an office when you start your business or an admin person sitting there answering the phone. Also, you don't have to worry about ever missing a phone call from a potential client. So in this marketing and sales category, which by the way, that's a Daly Coach made up category. It's not like you're going to find this in some franchise book, but this is the best way I can think to explain the differences between potential income among different types of franchises. So in this marketing and sales category, you have a marketing plan that gets the phone to ring. So now we have a warm lead coming to us saying, I think I'm interested, tell me more. And now we have the opportunity to interact with that potential client and sell them on our product or service. So let me give an example. Think of, say, any kind of home services business. So let's pick on California Closets, just for example. So if you were a California Closets franchisee, you would have a marketing plan. You market, I decide that I'm looking for a pantry. I find you through a Google search. I call you. I think I'm interested. Tell me more. You send a design associate into my home to help me measure the space, sift through an iPad of pictures of all the different fancy pantries I could have, look at wood samples to determine what kind of wood I'd like to have in my pantry, and sell me on the closet. So let's say that the franchisor awards you a territory of, let's say, 25,000 qualified households that meet a minimum income demographic. That means that they're the potential client that you're going after. So now you go out and you interview some of the top performing franchisees in the system, and they tell you that every year they're selling 200 or 300 closets. So you have the potential to market to 25,000 in this make-believe scenario, and the top franchisees in the system are only selling 200 or 300 closets a year, and they're the number one franchisees in the system. So again, the disparity between the size of the territory that you have to market to and the number of customers you need in order to build a very viable business, it's huge, right? So it has that feeling more of unlimited earning potential, that you could build this thing to multi-millions of dollars with just one or maybe two territories. Look, if you buy 2 territories and you've doubled your potential population to 50,000, then you've just added on a territory fee, but you've doubled your potential income for very little extra cash going in. Does that make sense, right? So this marketing and sales category also has the feeling like the pure sales category of that scalability that feels almost unlimited. Now, in this category, the key difference is you're paying to advertise to get the warm lead coming to you, versus in my first category, you were going out and prospecting and cold calling and driving all of that activity on your own. Now, the last option for a business when we're talking about how much money can you make in a franchise is those with real estate. And of course, these are all the businesses that we love as consumers, right? Everybody thinks franchising is food and retail, right? As one of the top consultants in the country, I have very rarely placed anybody into food-based business, and I almost never do retail. In the brick and mortar space, now what you're going to do is draw from a 3 to 5 mile radius, typically around your location, which immediately caps your market. So what does that mean for your income? It probably caps your potential income as well. There are some brick and mortar businesses that will have an actual physical cap. So for example, let's say that you have a Massage Envy. So in a Massage Envy, let's say that you have 15 therapy rooms. Well, at some point in your development, every room that you have may be booked every hour that you're open. Now, cry me a river, because that would be a really high-class problem to have, but it's still a problem if you're trying to grow. Now, let's say in this made-up scenario that business with 15 therapy rooms can do $1 million in top-line revenue and net you, the owner, 150 grand. But you're like, well, I want to make 300 grand. So that means you have to go build another location, get it to $1 million, to net out another 150. So when you have real estate, you're automatically shrinking the size of the market down to a geographical area around that location, which is then going to cap the potential income for any one location. Hence, the scale, when real estate is involved, will always be created by multiplying the location. In the other two scenarios, the sales and the marketing and sales category, you might be scaling by adding people, salespeople, or maybe servicing technicians, or you might be scaling by adding equipment. Like, say, for example, you had a junk removal company. In the junk removal company, you have an advertising plan. Let's say the franchisor does the advertising for you. And by the way, the franchisor has a call center that answers the call. So the franchisor advertises for you, gets your phone to ring, and then answers your phone, and can even book the junk removal appointment. So now you, as the business owner, have to send the technician and the truck out to the home to go pick up the junk. So in that scenario, you may be able to figure out through validation with existing owners that one truck can produce X amount of dollars per year. I'm going to give it a fictitious number of $250,000. So let's say that when you take all expenses down, that whittles down to a net income of, say, $100,000. And now, as you're validating with owners, they tell you that one territory can fit 4 trucks. So that would be $1 million business with 4 trucks and 4 technicians. And that nets to you, in this fictitious example, $400,000. But you say, well, maybe I want to make $800,000. So you would add a second territory on. But even if you were going in as a 2-territory owner, you would still get to start that business with 1 truck and 1 technician and scale as the revenue is building. So I'm going through this roundabout explanation to bring it to this point. There is always opportunity, no matter what type of franchise you're in, for growth. The growth will be dependent on different things depending on the business. But at the end of the day, all of that is nothing if you, the owner, are not committed to scaling your business. So which franchise business will make you the most amount of money? I'm telling you, it's the one that you're going to wake up with passion to go and do. The one that you can apply your best skills to. The one that you see the greatest opportunity in. And you can carry your belief and passion to that business every single day. When you are ready to figure out what is the right franchise investment for you with the best earning potential that will match your goals, please leave a comment below or send me an email right now.